Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Léo. I'm Leo, and we are starting something brand new today. We have finished our First Steps playlist. 10 episodes, 10 topics, the foundation of your English. And now we are moving forward.
And I'm Giselle. Hi everyone! Welcome to our second playlist, Getting There. This is for learners who already have the basics and are ready to go deeper. More structure, more vocabulary, more confidence.
And we're starting with something that seems very simple, but is used constantly in English, every single day, in every kind of conversation. There is, and there are.
Two little structures that describe the world around you. Where things are, what exists, what's available, what's missing. Incredibly useful and often misused.
Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. When do we use there is and there are?
So we use there is and there are to say that something exists or doesn't exist in a place or situation. It's how we introduce new information about the world around us.
The rule is straightforward. There is, singular, one thing. There is a cat on the sofa. There is a problem. There is something I need to tell you.
There are, plural, more than one thing. There are 3 cats on the sofa. There are some problems we need to discuss. There are people waiting outside.
Simple enough, but in spoken English, especially American English, people often say theirs even with plural nouns. There's a lot of people here. There's 2 messages for you.
Technically, that's not correct in formal English. The correct form is, there are a lot of people here. But in casual conversation, native speakers do it all the time, so you'll hear it constantly.
So the rule for writing in formal speech, there is for singular, there are for plural. But in casual conversation, don't be surprised when you hear theirs with plurals.
Exactly. Understand both. Use the correct form yourself, especially in writing, and you'll be fine.
Now let's talk about the contractions, because in natural spoken English, nobody says there is in full every time.
Right. There is becomes theirs. There's a problem. There's something wrong. There's no time. Much faster, much more natural.
There are doesn't have a standard contraction in modern English. You could hear there occasionally, but it's rare and awkward. Most people just say there are in full for the plural.
So in practice, there's for singular, there are for plural. That's the most natural pattern.
And there was and there were for the past. There was a huge storm last night. There were hundreds of people at the concert. Same rule, was for singular, were for plural.
And there will be for the future. There will be a meeting tomorrow. There will be consequences. There will be time for questions at the end.
And in casual speech, there'll be. There'll be a lot of people there. Very natural, very common.
And there have been, present perfect. There have been a lot of changes recently. There have been 3 accidents on that road this year. We'll talk more about present perfect in a future episode, but it's good to see it here.
Okay, now negatives. How do we say something doesn't exist?
Simple. Add no or not. There is no milk in the fridge. There are no tickets left. There isn't enough time. There aren't any seats available.
2 ways to make it negative. There is no, or there isn't any. Both are correct. Both are natural. The no version is slightly more direct and emphatic.
There's no way. There's no excuse. There's no point. These are very common fixed expressions using there is no. Very natural, very idiomatic.
There's no way. One of my favorite expressions. Meaning, it's impossible. There's no way I'm doing that. There's no way that's true.
And there's no point, meaning there's no reason to do something. There's no point arguing about it. There's no point waiting any longer. Very useful, very natural.
And there's no need, meaning it's not necessary. There's no need to apologize. There's no need to hurry. Very polite, very common. Now questions. How do we ask about whether something exists?
You just invert the structure. Is there a bathroom near here? Are there any seats available? Is there anything I can do? Are there any good restaurants around here?
Notice any in those questions. When we ask about the existence of something in questions and negatives, we often use any instead of some. Are there any seats? Not, are there some seats?
We'll do a whole episode on some and any, which is our next episode actually. But for now, just notice the pattern. Questions and negatives tend to use any. Positive statements tend to use some.
Is there anything else I can help you with? One of the most common sentences in customer service. In shops, restaurants, banks, you'll hear this constantly.
And is there anything wrong? A caring question, showing concern. You seem quiet today. Is there anything wrong? Very natural, very human.
And is there any chance? A very polite way to ask for something. Is there any chance you could help me? Is there any chance we could reschedule? Soft, polite, very useful. Let's also talk about there versus it, because beginners sometimes confuse them. When do you use there is, and when do you use it is?
Great distinction. There is introduces something new, something the listener doesn't know about yet. There's a message for you. I'm telling you this message exists. It's new information.
It is refers to something already known, already established. The message, it's from your sister. Now we're talking about the specific message we already introduced.
So there introduces. It refers back. There's a new cafe on the corner. Introducing. It's really good. You should try it. Referring back to the cafe we just introduced.
Think of there is as pointing at something for the first time, and it is as continuing to talk about it.
And it is also used for weather, time, distance, and general descriptions. It's raining. It's 3 o'clock. It's far from here. It's important to practice every day. In these cases, you never use there is.
It's raining, not there is raining. It's cold today, not there is cold today. Those are fixed. Always it. Okay conversations. 3. All naturally packed with there is, there are, there was, there were, and all the variations.
Ready.
Hey Giselle, I'm looking for a good place to eat around here. Any suggestions?
There's a really nice Italian place 2 streets from here. There are always people outside waiting, which is usually a good sign.
Is there a wait usually?
There can be at weekends, but on a weekday, there's usually no problem getting a table. There's also a lovely Japanese restaurant if you prefer something different.
Are there any vegetarian options at the Italian place? My friend doesn't eat meat.
There are quite a few, actually. There's a really good mushroom pasta, and there are some excellent vegetable dishes. Your friend will be fine.
Perfect. Is there anything else I should know? Dress code, anything like that?
There's no dress code. It's quite casual. Just, there's no parking nearby, so don't drive.
Good to know. Thanks, Giselle.
Leo, I just got back from the new apartment. I wanted to tell you about it.
Oh, how is it? Is there a lot of space?
There's a really nice living room, bigger than I expected. And there are 2 bedrooms, which is perfect. There's also a small balcony, which I absolutely love.
Is there good natural light?
There's plenty. There are big windows in almost every room, and there's a lovely view of the park.
That sounds amazing. Are there any issues? Anything that needs fixing?
There are a couple of small things. There's a tap in the kitchen that drips a little, and there isn't enough storage in the bathroom. But there's nothing that can't be sorted.
Sounds like a great place overall. When do you move in?
There's still some paperwork to sort, but hopefully next week. I'm so excited.
Did you hear about what happened at the office yesterday?
No, what happened? Is there something wrong?
There was a fire alarm in the middle of the afternoon. Everyone had to evacuate.
Oh no, was there actually a fire?
No, thankfully. There was a small issue in the kitchen. Someone left something on the stove, but there were fire trucks outside for about an hour.
That must have been chaotic. Were there a lot of people in the building?
There were hundreds. There was a big client meeting happening on the top floor, too. Terrible timing.
Is there going to be an investigation?
There's already one underway, apparently, and there's going to be a new kitchen policy starting next week. No cooking at the office.
There goes the Friday morning fry-up.
Exactly. There's always a price to pay. Okay, let's wrap up. Today we covered there is and there are, two of the most useful structures in English.
We talked about the basic rule. There is for singular, there are for plural. And how in casual spoken English, you'll often hear theirs used for both.
We talked about past forms. There was, there were. Future forms, there will be. And perfect forms, there have been.
We talked about negatives. There is no, there isn't any, there are no, there aren't any. And questions. Is there? Are there?
We talked about some super useful fixed expressions. There's no way. There's no point. There's no need. Is there any chance?
And we talked about the difference between there is and it is. There is introduces new information. It is refers back to something already known.
The big lesson today. There is and there are everywhere in English. Every description, every story, every observation about the world uses them. And now you know exactly how.
Practice this week. Describe a room you're in right now. There is a window. There are some books on the shelf. There's a lamp in the corner. Use it to describe your world.
And next episode, we are tackling some and any. Two small words with a big impact. See you next time.
See you soon.
Peace!